Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play on Greenlands. As you can see, we have, well, as you've probably guessed, a contract to do. This will be our autumn contract. As I've said before, we're only going to do one every season. I expected the autumn one to be a harvest, to be honest, but that's not been the case. I think if we get that, we'll get it back, won't we? So pay for that. It's not often that I do contracts now in anything, whether that be when I'm recording or even just the games that I play. It's very rare that I do contracts now. So, but from what I remember, I'm sure you get the money back for the fertilizer or the seed, whatever you have left over. Just while that's filling up, the contract that we're going to be doing, I think, is field 11, which is all the way at the top there. And I think we're going to get in through there, but it's going to be trial and error, to be honest. Right, we'll take a drive up. It's pretty much at the other corner of the map, so it is a bit of a trek. Give us a chance to be able to see the map a bit more though. It's going to be tight. This spreader seems massive on this map. I don't know if I've said before, but other than when I came on this map to have a look around just to see where I was going to start, I haven't really had a look around it. So this is kind of new to me as well. I only went to the sort of the main sites of where I might start the farm, and this is really steep. So that car that we've just overtook there, they'll be absolutely devastated. So as you can see from the mini-map, just coming up on the left hand side is the pig farm. Pig farm there. I think, well, that's somewhere between 300,000 and 400,000 from what I remember. But I do enjoy doing pigs. Here's another little sort of small holding as well. That would have been a nice place to start. So that was Woodview Farm, was that? Yep. Now I'm not 100% sure that I can actually get to field 11 this way, but I've noted this would have been a good place to start as well. Actually, I have noted that in a lot of these, there's not actually tracks going around the field. You sort of have to go through the field to get into it. So we'll just have to go and have a look. This is nice and steep as well. I'm hoping there's going to be a gate at the top of here. There's a gate over in that one. Ah, there's just a gap, isn't there? A break in the hedge. I'm going to go at the edge and I'll start from there. I can't actually remember how far this spreads. I'll try not to time lapse this one purely because I know I'm going to be doing the straw baling after, and I will be time lapsing that one. It's strange this field, because obviously we come uphill to get here, and then it sort of peaks at the top and rounds off and falls away again. With the beat at the edge of the map, it's a bit strange that. Okay, talking about the edge of the map, we'll get back over to it. So it might be that I end up doing the winter contract quite early. Maybe in the first stage of winter. It just, I suppose it depends what comes up and what I have to do on our own farm. Looking on the map, there's still potential for some harvest contracts, although I think they're all potato and sugar beet. So if they click over for the winter, it might be one of them. If we get a chance to do them, it might be one of them that we do. That looks great, that, doesn't it? I think it's quite deceptive with the amount of trees that's on here. I've never really noticed that before. Not until we were up here anyway. I'm so glad now I didn't choose to use my own equipment, because I was gonna use our spreader. I don't think I appreciated just how big the field was. I mean, this part of the map has a completely different feel to it, doesn't it, than the bit where we're at. We're all the way down. Well, you can't even see it. You just see some of the buildings over them trees. I know I've probably said it before, but it absolutely amazes me that I never got a game going earlier on this. And I don't mean recording, I just mean a game going for myself. Hopefully the creator, Peter716, I believe it's Peter716, numbers wise, I know it is him. Hopefully he's going to carry on FS22 as well. Will not jump out the tractor, especially not when it's moving. Try again. I seem to have angered the spreader. There we go. %89 through, so not far from done. I'd have got away with only a small crate, wouldn't I? Of fertiliser. I think it was 4,100. Is that what was in a full one? That gives us 26%. %. Might be done by the end of this row. There it is. We'll get that stopped. I'll stop that here and I'll see you back down at the farm. Okay, so we're back down at the farm. There you go, the fertilising contract is complete. So there was a lease cost of 1,532. Reimbursement for the fertiliser is 4,247. Which seems quite excessive, to be honest. But we'll collect that. There's the list. Mostly baling contracts. A couple of cultivating and sowing ones in there as well. We'll see what comes up. It'll be the next in-game day now. But we'll see what comes up, see if there's a harvest contract comes up. Right, we'll get these done. So I'll keep the wrapper on the back for now, purely because the first one's going to be a grass bale. Once that's wrapped, we can get rid. I was tempted to... I'll detach that for now. I was tempted to get a windrower, a bigger windrower, and put these into more manageable rows, but just trying to save on the expense. I mean, this setup, as we've got it, the baler and the wrapper are already leased, and we've paid that lease all the way through. Once we've got everything sold, sort of this year's income, silage, crops, we're going to have a think about what we want to spend the money on. Ideally, I would like to buy another piece of land, but I also want a different tractor. And I would like to upgrade things like our mode setup, although that we might just have to lease for now, I think. Getting a different tractor I don't think is going to impact that much. There's quite a lot of tractors around this sort of horsepower for around about the same amount of money. I know there's a couple that are slightly higher horsepower as well, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Anyway, like I said before we start fertilising, I'm going to put this on time lapse because this is going to take some time. Just because of how many rows there is, and it's not picking up overly much at a time. So I'll put this on time lapse and we'll be back once we're done. Right, I'll keep going round the rest, however I'm pretty much certain that I'm not going to get another bale out of it. No, it's going to be nowhere near. Right, I'll just stop it there. Unhook that. So what we've got 25 bales created there, 24 of them being straw. What we'll do, I'll leave it here for this in-game day. In fact, I think, judging by the time, we're nearly 19 minutes into this one, and the fertilising contract that we've already done, that's probably going to be enough for the video. So, like I said, we've got the fertilising contract done, we've got this build up. It's going to click into winter next. We'll have a look what contracts are available to do, because we've got our one winter contract left to do, and then we'll see if this silage is fermented, and we'll get that sold as well. So thanks a lot for joining us, and I'll see you again soon.